Dr. Scott Dunaway here with Chiro Strength. In today's video, we're going to talk about a couple of variations of wall slides in order to get you into a better overhead position without getting a lot of this pinching. So a good overhead position is essentially bicep to ear, and we want to be able to get there without too much issue. Now what we're going to do to start this is a drill that's really going to activate and get the mid to lower serratus fibers to get the scapula upwardly rotating to the point to where the upper trap can then kind of take over and continue to elevate that scapula. Because once we get to a point to where that scapula's out and is protracted and starting to upwardly rotate, the upper trap is actually a very important muscle for overhead position. So we got to get to the point where we can pass that baton and not start with that position and start with this shoulder shrugging like this, because that's when we get to a lot of impingement. So to do that, we're going to do a wall slide. We're going to start in this position right here, arms at a 45-degree angle, and what I'm going to cue you to do is get a fencer stance, so one leg is closer to the wall than the other. My toe is actually going to be almost on the wall. And then what I'm going to do is press through, or think about filling up the space between my shoulder blades with my thoracic spine, and then I'm going to press until I can't go anymore. I'm not going to fully extend my arms. Press till I can't go anymore, and then slowly pull my arms back down. And the entire time, I want you to be cueing and thinking about this tip of the shoulder blade here coming around and up from the scap or from the thorax here. And so what it looks like is we're going to get in this position, fill, press through the wall, and then slowly slide up. I'm going to pause here because I'm running out of room. Keep my chin nice and packed, keep the thoracic spine nice and filled between the shoulder blades, and then slowly control my way back down. And they should be feeling that all through this area here. In order to feel that serratus working a little more and to get it primed up a little better, maybe for a warm-up, what you'll end up doing is getting a band like this. And it's going to be the exact same instructions, but as you go up now, you're going to have a little resistance, and that resistance is almost going to make you feel like that serratus is cramping. So just kind of using a band like this will also help get that activation of that serratus right there. And then what we're going to finish off with, and this might not be in the same session, you might be using one of these drills or one of these variations of the wall slide for several weeks prior to as you're warming up. And if you can't get overhead all the way, maybe you're starting with a landmine press or something like that that will get you in this position pressing instead of this position. The idea being each time we go through a workout, we're releasing the upper trap and levator. We'll end up getting into a better overhead position eventually. But eventually, I want you to be able to use a foam roll like this, put your palms on it, same positioning applies, but now as I get to a point to where I'm running out of room, normally I would come back down in that position, but now I'm really going to reach my arms away from me as far as I can and then try to dive my chest in. So the idea with this being is that as I get my serratus activated, now I'm going to start to really reach the arm out. So in an overhead position, I'm not packed like this, but I'm really reaching. And so now I'm going to end up in that position there, and the foam roller allows my chest to fall closer to the wall. And the progressions of those will end up getting you a better overhead position. Now, if you have any questions with that, you can shoot a question in the comments below. You can always email me at drdunaway@chirostrength.com. I love hearing from you. I love answering your questions. And like I always say, don't just mend, transcend. Thanks.